Mental health is not static. It is a biological metric that fluctuates based on the pressure applied to your system. Most people wait for a total collapse before admitting something is wrong, but the decline happens in stages. If you can identify the trajectory early, you can stop the descent. Here are 10 signs your mental health is deteriorating. 1. Anhedonia. This is the loss of interest in activities you once loved. When your cognitive load is exceeded by stress, the brain restricts the dopamine response to pleasure. It enters a conservation mode. Hobbies that used to generate excitement now elicit apathy. You aren't bored. You are neurologically depleted. 2. Lowered stress threshold. Monitor your reaction to small tasks. Does a simple to-do list trigger a disproportionate panic response? This indicates your psychological buffer is gone. Under normal conditions, you handle minor friction easily. But when your baseline stress is already critical, even a single additional task pushes you into system overload. 3. Social withdrawal. Socializing requires significant cognitive energy. When your mental state declines, your brain instinctively attempts to hoard resources. It views interaction as an expensive luxury it cannot afford. If isolation feels like a biological necessity rather than a choice, your reserves are running low. 4. Circadian disruption. Sleep is the first casualty of high cortisol. If you are sleeping all day or cannot sleep at all, your internal rhythm is broken. This is not laziness. It is a hormonal imbalance caused by chronic stress. The body loses its ability to regulate the sleep-wake cycle, leading to further cognitive decline. 5. Chronic exhaustion. You rest, but you do not recover. Mental exhaustion manifests physically. Long-term psychological strain mimics the effects of heavy physical exertion. If you are sleeping 8 hours but wake up feeling drained, the fatigue is not in your muscles, it is in your nervous system. 6. Baseline anxiety. Anxiety is a survival mechanism. It prepares you for a threat. But when mental health worsens, the system gets stuck in on mode. You wake up with a racing heart. You feel nausea without a cause. This is hyperarousal. Your body is reacting to a danger that isn't there, keeping you in a permanent state of fight or flight. 7. Cognitive scattering. You feel unable to center yourself. This is a loss of executive function. When emotions are turbulent, the brain struggles to organize thoughts. You feel like you are spinning because your internal control mechanisms are failing. You cannot prioritize because every input feels like an emergency. 8. Attention deficit. You read the same sentence 3 times and absorb nothing. This is not stupidity. It is a shift in resources. A stressed brain prioritizes scanning for threats over deep comprehension. Focus requires safety. If your mind feels unsafe, it will not allow you to concentrate on deep work. 9. Impulse control failure. Are you spending money you don't have, binge eating, wasting hours on mindless media? This is a desperate attempt to regulate chemistry. Your brain is seeking a quick hit of dopamine to counteract the cortisol. Impulsivity is not a character flaw in this context. It is a coping mechanism for a starving nervous system. 10. Dissociation. You feel ungrounded. This is a sensation of being detached from reality or uncomfortable in your own skin. Psychologically, this is a defensive wall. When the present reality is too painful or stressful, the mind detaches from the immediate environment. You feel untethered because you have mentally checked out to survive. Conclusion. If you recognize these signs, do not ignore them. Your system is signaling that it is near capacity. You cannot force your way through a mental decline with willpower alone. Acknowledge the symptoms, emphasize, validate the data, and take the necessary steps to stabilize.